my timer start yet?
Yes.
Okay, we gotta go quick. So my name's Ben, and I'm gonna show you some tools and some toys, stuff to play with. Keep yourself creative, inspired. I don't know. Check it out. Might be some stuff that you didn't know was out there. So can you hear me? I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna start shouting. Hey, I wish my mouse worked better. So the first thing is Fugu. This is a procedural modeling tool, which you can write scripts on the left-hand side and see the output real time right here. See some crazy stuff. So this is Lua, which if you're a programmer, yeah, you can figure it out, whatever. But if you don't code, it's still kind of a thing you might consider playing with, because let's see, let's take a look at this one. Whoa, what's happening? So got some stuff, so you can create geometry, you can modify it, and if you don't know how to code, you start learning the basics like, hey, what's a comment? A comment is like this little line here. You can just start playing with things and see what happens. So what are we going to do? We're going to just get rid of some stuff. I don't want all this stuff, and see what happens. Yeah, that's a different pattern. That's kind of cool. So yeah, what I think is really great about environments like this is that it's kind of safe, right? If you screw something up, it doesn't matter. Everything is right here. You can just reload a new file. It doesn't matter. So I think it's kind of interesting as a learning environment as well for people who maybe aren't super duper coders. I don't understand all this stuff anyway. All right, next example. You can just do some really weird stuff in here. But what's cool about this is you can actually export this as mesh data. You can bring it into your game if you wanted to, or you could render it out in a better modeling program or rendering package. So the same example, you can hook up to a little bit of GUI action and do some like weird procedural modeling stuff, which is, hey, I don't know, maybe it gives you some ideas. Maybe I'm gonna make a game based on crazy ass flowers. I don't know what I'm doing. Just fun to screw with. So I'm just making it worse, aren't I? Ooh, that's cool. Screw this, let's get out of here. Yeah, you can do nifty stuff with it. And like you look at the script and you're like, man, there's not that much there, really. How hard can it be? So yeah, hack it apart. Okay, so that's oh wait, there was one more. Mouse, hey mouse, work. Oh, okay. So that's Fugu. Up next is GLSL Sandbox, which is another kind of live coding environment. Now this is running on the web, and all the code's right here. So shaders are a thing graphics engineers usually deal with, but I think anybody can get into it if they want to. So just start changing numbers, start adding things, who cares? And it changes. Hey, wait, why isn't this full screen? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fun to play with things. We have more. Don't worry.
Whoa.
Things get crazy up in here. So this is like, I don't know what's happening, right? Looks kind of cool. But one of the things you find as you play with stuff is it starts to teach you a little bit about what's going on behind the scenes. So when I looked at this code, I don't know if you can read that, but there's some numbers in here. I'm going to change some of the numbers, see what happens, right? Change them for, whoa, still kind of cool. I'm going to go lower yet. And hey, whoa, look, there's a bunch of circles. So somewhere in here, there's a lot of circles intersecting and doing cool stuff together. So that starts to tell you a little bit about what's actually going on in this algorithm. And hey, maybe you're going to do something with that in the future. Okay, enough of this one. It gets crazier, don't worry. Yeah, I'm not going to touch this one. That's right. So you can do really abstract stuff. People are starting to do like ray tracers in here, and look, it's interactive. Like, it's just crazy. Crazy stuff. Now, these are fragment shaders for programmers. There's no vertex shader as far as I know. Maybe you can do that, but yeah, so all this stuff is like crazy. It's like, oh, what should I do at this pixel? It's kind of complicated. But you can do weird stuff too, weird rendering scenes. And if you notice, like it takes mouse input, right? So like, hey, maybe I could make a game out of this. Like, what is happening? I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Enough code. But I do recommend, even if you don't code, to check things like this out. Because you can't really break anything. Like, you just can't. Last thing I wanted to show is, this kind of stuff has been around for a while, but modeling tools, clay-based, sculptural modeling tools are pretty cool, and you can be very expressive very quickly with them. So let's see, we got a thing, we're gonna draw something. What are we drawing on? Ooh, that's kind of, what is that? Ooh, but you know, it's got full undo. It's like a standard, you know, kind of editing package. I'm gonna fix this. This mouse is really not working for me. I'm just gonna let you know that. So what's going on here? I'm gonna try. It's a tooth. It's a tooth. That's good. Oh yeah, we're getting a tooth. But yeah. Let's see, I was gonna go a different direction. Should I go with the tooth direction? Oh, I see a nose. Yeah. Oh, that's a big nose. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just making some weird shit, and that's fun, right? Like, who cares? So yeah, you can output this stuff as mesh data. You can bring it into a better modeling program, and I just did that in like 2 seconds. Think what you could do if you spent like 3 minutes on it.
It looks like a guy kneeling.
So yeah, those are 3 tools you might not have heard of, and might help you unlock some stuff in your head. So,
Awesome.